But you are sometimes occasionally, every once in a while. But it's just cool to see people rally around the idea, and it's cool to still see people like, I'll never, ever listen to it. I'll never listen. Never. You can't make me. Not a podcast. Oh God. And we're like, okay. And they were like, if it doesn't have video, we'll never do it. Oh, Lixian made like this custom.
You promoted this? You're advertising your podcast? I don't listen to things that are told to me that exist.
You don't know I'd like you three people. Who even are you?
Could you do more?
The end of that post is always also, and play Raft. Or when will there be more drunk Minecraft?
I love when you three get together and do stuff. Could you do something other than that podcast?
Yeah.
God, I love you guys. I've been watching you since 2007. You're my favorite YouTubers, especially the three of you together. Why did you do this?
Why did you do this?
Listen to a podcast.
God, you put it behind a free paywall.
You played Minecraft together doing essentially this for years, and you never even built a house in Minecraft, unless you watched that one episode. But why are you doing this? Clearly it was about the gameplay. That's the truth.
That is the truth.
And the Butters voice, which I can but won't do anymore.
Exactly. Out of
totally
principle.
Possible, but I'm just choosing not to.
Yes, absolutely. But all that out of the way, you guys got anything to say before we get into the main meat of the matter here?
Not a damn thing.
I don't know, just follow it. I feel like we see a lot of feedback of people who are like, I don't listen to podcasts. I refuse to use Spotify. Okay. I don't have Apple. Okay. This is on like all of the podcast platforms that have any audience whatsoever. There's a whole ton. There's like Stitcher, Google Podcasts is pretty good and free. All of these things are free to use. I don't even know the names of them. There's like a dozen or more podcast platforms that this is available on for free, where you may or may not even need an account. Just like listen to it. We're sorry it's not been on YouTube, okay? I know you're used to that. It's free. It's 100% free.
You know one of the coolest interactions I had? I had to take the dogs in for like a vet appointment.
Oh, how are they?
All dogs are great. Thanks for it. Guys, I'm not breaking Ginger's back again. You did this.
Yeah, guys, you are the leading cause of
back injuries in dogs.
Dog's back injury.
But I was at the vet, not related to the back injury. And after everything was done, I was getting ready to leave. The lady at the desk was like, by the way, I love your podcast. And there was another guy in there who brought in his dog. And he was like, oh, you have a podcast? And like before I could say anything, the lady behind like the counter was like raving about how good our podcast was, how much she enjoyed it and stuff. And it was just like really awesome to hear. And I was like, I guess she likes it. I think it's stupid, but if you like it, great. And then she's like, yeah, you should listen to it. He's like, I'll listen to it right now. And he was like, he went to his phone to download it. And just like hearing someone give like a real, not us, like endorsement of it was like really just uplifting to hear. It's nice to hear someone really loving the podcast. So download it.
It always makes me cringe when it comes up too, but I've heard from like family members and people who I know who are just like friends outside of YouTube, like friends and family from regular life. They're like, oh, I listened to that whatever episode, and I'm like, oh. And they have always been like, oh, I listened to it. Oh, it's great. It's hilarious. The dick jokes are okay, but it's very funny. But also, I had a similar experience to you with the vet Wade. But we were at a restaurant, and Mandy like got up and was sort of walking away. And as I was about to leave, the waitress grabbed my elbow and really creepily into my ear was like, "I love your OnlyFans." And I was like, I don't have one of those.
Well, at least you have one subscriber.
So if you find any OnlyFans with a guy that looks like me, or 3 guys that look like us doing OnlyFans stuff,
it could be mine.
We look the same.
Yeah.
We look the same.
How much would people pay if I actually had an OnlyFans?
All of the money.
With like actual nudes?
With full-on nudes, people would go bankrupt to get whatever the highest tier of access is.
Is that the giveaway?
Since it was technically my idea, do I get a cut?
No.
I guarantee you like Amaranth money.
How much is...
Is that what you're looking at over there?
Is that wasn't there just something that happened this past week where somebody hacked Amaranth's OnlyFans and there was like $900,000 sitting on her account because she exceeds the maximum withdrawal every month or whatever? So I heard something like
I
that.
apologize. Remind me who this is.
This is like one of the top like ASMR hot tub streamer. I just learned this recently because it came up in the subreddit. She's like huge. She has an OnlyFans. She does Twitch.
I'm Googling this not to look up the only.
Hey, you're looking at the same thing Tyler's looking
people
at.
assume that I know so many more people on the internet than I actually know. If people came up to me and asked me like, "Oh man, are you friends with so and so?" I wouldn't know who you were talking about because I don't pay attention.
Even you guys do that.
I think I know.
There was I forget it was this morning I guess.
Amber Ruth.
On the way here, you guys were talking.
Yeah, of course.
You guys were talking about something that happened at breakfast, and you were just tossing out names. You're like, "Oh yeah, they're related to potato snacks and like spicy light." And I was like, "Who the fuck are these?"
Potato snacks, spicy lightning.
I don't remember the names because they mean nothing to me.
Yeah, my favorite YouTuber,
I feel like-
Potato Snacks.
I feel
Shout
like
out potato snacks.
Whenever I get together with other YouTubers who are like really or streamers who are in the community, there I was like, "Oh, have you seen Dick Lightning? Did you see his stream?" I'm like, "No, man, I don't know."
Which is like, and this isn't in a disparaging way. Like, we're obviously
Above and better than them.
Yeah, way
obviously in every single way we're above and better than them. But we look down at them with grace. But whoever they are, like we started at really low level.
Dick sucking level.
What? Or comedic
Go
cut
on.
to Wade would.
Too late.
Too late.
Okay. Anyway, it is one of those things where I know we're getting older and we really gotta talk about that sometime.
Yeah, we should do an episode on that.
But it's like as I am constantly pursuing all these crazy, insane projects. Like I was telling them earlier, the past 4 days straight, I've been editing a TV show, and I'm really excited about it because I finally got to dig my hands into it. It's for a secret project that I can't tell anybody. I'll tell you at the end of the stream if you stick around. Anyway, so I've been working very hard on that, and it's like that's the shit that I love. That is what I love. I love like the actual process of creation. I love actually like working on it. I love staying up late. I love pulling all-nighters. I love when I care so much about a product or a project that I can't think about anything else. It's a byproduct of like who I am and the way that I work, but it's just like I love that. And that's why I always say that. I've always said this. I'm so excited about the people that are going to be the next generation of creators because I can't wait to see what people are going to make. I love seeing what people are going to make. We are literally in a studio of people that I greatly respect what they make so much that I was an intern here. Have you guys not seen the internship that I did with Corridor? It's on their website. It's behind their paywall, but they got a free trial, so go check it out. But it's just like I really love the joy of creation.
I feel it differently,
All right, fine. It was making a reference.
but I don't. What reference was that?
You know the joy of creation.
Yeah,
Joy of
duh.
creation.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that.
You know,
Yeah.
BIM trimmer.
Is that a porn
That you don't even know that reference. God, they don't even
Too
know
late.
that reference.
Is that
Why do
something
they
that-
not know
late.
it? Why do so few people not know? I'm not
Did
BIM
he-
trimmer himself, but me going. You know, BIM trimmer.
Did Ethan make that or something?
No, God.
Wait, explain it, Mark. It's funny if you explain it.
No, cut the bob. No, okay, cut back to me. Cut back to me. Cut back to me.
Hi, I'm here too.
Wait, cut to Wade. Cut
Too
to
late.
Wade.
I've got a big thing. I'm too late.
Anyway, it's a stupid thing because, like, I remember to Catherine, specifically Catherine, it was like, I think we should have BIM trimmer in there. And Catherine went, who's BIM trimmer? And I went, you know, BIM trimmer. And then I said
That's
nothing
right.
else.
Remember when he said that to Catherine that time?
Oh
that
yeah, when we
there?
were all there hanging
Yeah, when
out,
you were
yeah.
there. Just whatever, guys. I'm done.
No, it's really funny.
No, it's
Well-
funny because Amy just was sitting there staring at Mark like,
BIM trimmer. You guys, BIM.
Well, I was gonna
BIM
agree
trimmer.
with your previous point, but now I feel like
I don't even know what my
shouldn't
point
just-
was.
Listen
joy
to
of creation,
Distractable.
Mark.
Oh, yeah, the joy of
I
creation.
like the joy of live creation
I like
because
live, too.
I'm not a good writer and I don't have the vision of like crafting a visual whatever. But the interactions that we have, especially if chat gets involved, but just the three of us live in person, and even like we've captured it online, but it's better in person also. Because the tour was terrifying for me, and I feel like I had some really bad shows just because I got like stage fright. But even still, it's a very fond memory. I wish we could do more in-person stuff. It's quite the experience. The joy of the BIM trimmer of creation, if you will.
Ah, yes. The bimtration, the trimation, cremation. Don't look at me.
You're still on there.
Damn it.
Yeah. But another reason why we kind of did this podcast is because we have a habit. I did have a point, and I'm finally circling back around to the point, is that we, or at least I, have this thing where I like to
What?
I don't know what happened. I guess the hand motion is very funny.
I like to show. Why is it? God, how unprofessional are we that we're amused by multicam? Why?
This is awkward.
We don't get to do that.
Hey! Bite it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm hungry. Don't look at me.
So anyway, so it's like we're.
What's your point, Mark?
Is it
Bim trimmer.
We kind of had this thing, or at least I have this thing where I like just showing that you don't have to be professional. I don't know. Intruding into other people's sacred zones where they're just like, oh, they have the other walled gardens, and it's like, especially with like podcast based where it's just a bunch of traditional like actors and things like that. And what it's not, it's just like literally like late night TV with all the interviews over and over again where you have a guest in there, and it's fine. It's not like we'd ever be opposed to guests, but it's kind of was like one of the things where like we just want to do something where we three, because we knew it worked on Twitch. We streamed on Twitch for 2 years straight, and people fucking loved it. People showed up because we just were having a good time, and people loved it. It's been the mantra of my channel. You make good stuff, people will enjoy it, and that's been the driving principle of everything. But now we're in the podcasting world, and let me tell you, us having success in the podcasting world does not make people happy.
Yeah.
Does not make everyone happy.
No, they hate us more than ever.
I'm sure I have less of a picture than you do, because I know you talk more to like the business side people than I get to, I think. But I can tell that we have showed up in the podcast space, and if we had pitched this idea, even if we had a couple episodes, if we had pitched this before it was a thing and before we knew how it was going to go, and we did pitch it to some people and talk about it, everybody laughed it out of the room. Like, everybody was like, well, that's not a podcast. And like, yeah, it's different. And I don't think it's different than all podcasts, because there are some definitely some podcasts that are funnier than ours is that I listen to and are like inspirations for me when I'm thinking about like what ideas should we do, how should we construct an episode. But yeah, I would imagine, I totally believe you, because the response we got initially was like, okay, good luck. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
There was this one, I talked to Tyler about this a while ago. I won't name names. I really won't name names.
Tyler.
Name him.
And that's Tyler. He's right there. Turn on your camera, Tyler.
We won't name your name, Tyler.
That's not your... Oh, hey, look at that.
All right. So I was talking to Tyler. We have Go My Favorite Sports Team, which is another podcast with Tyler, by the way.
I also do that one once. It's the best episode there is of it. Numbers don't look at me.
All right, you're not lying.
Do you want me to just turn your camera off?
You're
Or?
not lying.
No. I want them to want to see.
I hate that that's true. I really do. There's a whole nother podcast where it's me and Tyler, and the one episode where Wade is on
Replacing Mark as a tester.
is because I was sick with COVID.
And they're really questioning Mark's place on that podcast.
Is literally the most popular episode. And I kind of take that personally. I kind of take it a little personally, guys. I feel like cumulatively, if you look at all the episode numbers that we have for Go, and you add them up, I'm crushing you in terms of total.
I can't believe that. Out of your 30 episodes, 29 of them out number one.
You gotta look at success per capita. That's the way you get the truth of it. Wade only has one cap. What's a capita?
I don't know.
How many is per?
You
how many
got
ways?
capped by my success.
I have a point to make. I'll get to
Oh,
it
okay.
eventually if we just ignore these other ideas.
Yeah, it's BIM trimmer.
Why'd you let us talk then, Mark? Jeez.
Why do I permit you to talk?
We are
I
here to talk
give you
about
the
Mark's
chance.
mom, and we're giving away the.
What was your point, Mark?
I have a point. And again, I'm not going to name names, but I remember early on in Distractable, my manager Ben, who is great, Ben. Hi Ben, if you're watching this, hello. He was sending out emails to be like, okay, let's see if you can get on other podcasts to promote Distractable. Like it's a natural fit. And there was someone who Ben reached out to, who responded basically, and said, Markiplier? That YouTuber? Pfft, yeah, right. And literally that was the response that he typed in the email. And I took that very much to heart. Because if you know me, I operate not entirely on fuck you energy, but I really, really, really love proving people wrong. Like,
Fuck their dreams, fuck their nightmares. You're gonna beat them.
No, it's too late.
It's too late.
Do it again. You can do it again.
All right.
Tyler, get it.
Right in the camera, Wade. Right up there into the camera.
That's too late. Now you cut away.
No, now you do it.
Oh, which part? Fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares. I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah, then so...
Dude, I still see that little asshole's face. I see it. I'm gonna crush his skull in my
Okay.
hands.
That's a high school, man. You gotta let that one
Yeah, you
go.
gotta
That's a
let that
little. You can find some newer
He's older
stuff.
now too. We're getting older. Him too.
Yeah, well then it's not really a child's head. I don't know why you think it's gonna be this big.
He had a small head for his body.
Yeah, he had no brain, couldn't come up with a good
He had a
speech, am I
shrunken
right?
head.
Yeah.
Like one of those Beetlejuice.
Up top.
I gotta watch the mic as I go around.
Alright, cool, good. Anyway, so ever since then I've been very much just like, yeah. I don't usually try to compete in things. I don't try to compete on YouTube. I don't really care about many metrics of success until someone says that I can't. And then I care very much.
I was
don't know
told
what it
we
is.
can't get distractible past Joe Rogan again.
By who? It matters who. And in what context.
That
tweeted-
same person.
Yeah, the same one.
I was texting with them, and they were like, "Sure, but
That
you
was
can't
tweeted
do it
at me
again."
like a couple weeks ago. Someone out of nowhere. People just like to send random insults from like A, B, C, D accounts where they got the egg picture, and like the only tweet they had in their entire account was at me saying, "Hey, your podcast will never touch Joe Rogan's again." Like out of nowhere, and it was the only tweet they had. They made that account to send that, and then they were done.
That's fair. That's understandable. Anyway, there's a link in the description if you guys haven't checked out Distractable yet, or even if you have, why don't you go listen to your favorite episode? Why don't everyone in the comments in the side here or down below, why don't you tell other people what your favorite episode is? There's been some bangers lately, and we have been exceptionally funny and clever.
I heard from the subreddit that the naked episode was quite a favorite amongst people, which I was both shocked and delighted by.
The best part about that episode was you locking us in, where we had to pick a ranking, and then we just had to stick with it throughout the whole thing.
Really worked out.
It did.
It worked out. It really did. Yeah, so why don't you go check that out, because we do have an upcoming thing that we want to... We have an upcoming... We're not going to talk about this. We have another thing, and it's kind of one of those things. I don't usually. Space should have won.
Yeah, I was in that side.
It hasn't interacted yet.
Yeah, I can't imagine what else. I don't know what was in that category, but what else came out in the past year that was even close to that?
See, these are the kind of things that I want to break in. These are why. Is because, number one, I firmly believe that YouTubers as creators and internet content creators in general are more creative than anyone ever gives them credit for. The amount of work that people put in and the individual skills that you build, being able to do that is so underestimated by the creator community. Hollywood and traditional movies. They have no idea. I definitely want to be one of the people that proves all of them wrong, even if I have to grab them by their scrotums.
So you're like scrotums.
By their
scrawny little
tiny
scrotums.
scrotums. They got the little itty bitty scrotums. I grab them.
Teach me like a little mouse punching bag.
show you. And so like that really is one of those things. I love making videos. I love doing the marketing videos. And I love doing videos. Also, God, I really want everyone watching
And everyone who downloads is distractible somewhere helps us get through that.
Yeah.
And Go. You should listen to Go too. I'm on that. I have the best episode.
Oh, sure. Now you're promoting. Now that you have an episode on it.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I got invited to that and I turned it down because I was too
thank
big
God.
for it. I was busy.
He's too big. He's too important for it. I understand. You don't know sports anyways. That's all it is.
No, I hate sports.
You don't get it like I get it.
Go Sharks.
I was
0-2.
great at tonsil hockey.
Did you whip your dick out or not on the podcast?
You have to listen to it to find out.
I was told.
How
that
do you
talked
tell
about
with audio only if you whip?
Oh,
stick
you
out?
know.
it. You know when he did.
Was it have like a specific whoosh?
It
The
sounds like
aerodynamics of your shaft.
It's like a
give it
fingerprint.
unique
All of our dicks have their own unique.
it sounds like an automatically inflating raft that you throw out of an airplane. And
I love that future. You're going to work in your high security skyscraper, and all the women are in one line doing whatever the equivalent would be, and all the dudes have one line where they're just like, zip, whoosh it over the sensor. No, you whoosh it, you swing it over, and it's all whoosh, and they're like, yeah, that's
You have a whoosh. I have a flop. We each have our own dick print.
Are you saying that the future is dick print identification?
I mean, wouldn't the future be male-centric? Isn't that the way things go?
I mean,
They do call it the
We talk
Patriot.
about the hard-hitting issues on this podcast, and I want to talk. No,
Because women are going to build spaceships and leave us here to die on this planet.
they deserve it. Honestly, they deserve that, and we deserve that.
We go to Jupiter to get more stupider. They go to Venus to get the good Venus or something. Right?
Well, in
I
fact, the
think
Russians actually
The
launched
Russians are
a
on Venus.
well-known gigolo to Venus in the early 70s, and he's actually there in a cryostasis pod waiting for the women
Just
to go to
growing his
Venus
penis, waiting
to
today.
get gooder penis. That's
God, this is
That's good
we're
that
trying
that
to
Listen to
we're trying to
Distractable.
show people the quality that we have. The quality,
This
guys.
is on
the quality.
Is this not the quality? It's a funny podcast, okay? It's supposed to be funny. This part's allowed to be funny.
Penis is funny, dude.
It's
Yeah.
always funny. It never gets old.
It's like we've got so many levels of irony that you wouldn't understand how funny it really is unless you've been listening for very long.
God, a penis is like a little mouse on a potato sack race.
What?
That's whooshing around it's like a little mouse head, and like the sack's like a potato sack that's wearing. It's like trying to run around.
What are you
Whooshing.
talking about?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I think he's talking about what he thinks penises look like.
Why are we talking about that? There's supposed to be a profound moment where it's like we're channeling our fuck you energy into beating everyone because we actually care.
I was
don't
going into
have-
fucking energy, not fuck you.
I don't have fuck you energy. I don't know if you've noticed from the several times we've talked about that general topic, but I only have one story that even comes close to fuck you energy.
I just see the comment 8 inches.
Around.
Yes, this is live, by the way. We are looking at chat. We just never paid
You're just not
attention
saying
to chat.
anything good
Bim
enough for us to
Trimmer.
talk about.
Yeah, why don't you guys be funnier? Then we might acknowledge your
Yeah.
comments. Yeah, slow mode's only at 15 seconds. You got all the time in the world to think up a clever comment for us to see.
You know what? I can only see comments from people who've already followed the podcast on multiple platforms, so it's mostly blank to me.
You have follow vision?
Yeah, that's what do you think I wear glasses for?
Uh,
Filters out all the people who don't follow my content online.
Oh, I see.
Wow, impressive.
Don't mock my technology.
I'm not. This is my version. I have hologram. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Oh my goodness. All
What
right.
was your monumental personal feeling point, Mark?
I made it already.
Oh, it was
Okay.
great.
I literally finished it a while ago.
Fuck those idiots. We're gonna win at podcasts.
Yeah, we're gonna win it. I mean, honestly, right?
With your help. That's my camera.
Yes.
Yes, your help.
I think it'd be more dramatic if it wasn't perfectly lined up with the tip of your nose.
Yeah. Anyway, link in the description for that. So that's the initial volley of promotional blasting that we will do. We are done with that for now because we are going into the hard-hitting news from our
K-pop's
lead
dead
report.
and it's our fault. Oh, wait. I killed K-pop in that episode.
Oh, little known fact from the debate episode: Wade actually really hates K-pop. So aim it all at him. He hates it.
It will never financially recover from me. But breaking news from Mark.
Didn't we already get Pam in the field?
Yes, but we're trying to see if
She's
Pam has a
still
little
there,
better.
just holding the microphone.
Does Pam have better reception into the Pam? You got Pam on the horn?
Tyler, you're supposed to be calling
Tyler,
Pam
you
in
got
this
Pam?
whole time. Are you not setting up the remote right now?
You got the remote? You got the Zoom?
Producer Tyler over there is not even. All right, I think.
Well,
we're on our own.
she's
I think we're on our
emailed
own.
us a story that Mark